Hi, dear students. Welcome back to another session of Human Resource Management. This is the session of 39 where I am going to discuss on the topic selection steps in selection process. Here, this is Dr. Prasanna T, all the way from Government First Grade Women's College, Shumagga. Dear students, I hope that all you people are doing well. Well, in the previous session that we discussed recruitment process and then recruitment policy, this is where we are come across to discuss on the topic selection steps in selection process under session 39. Well, I have incorporated many issues with the introduction to the what type of selection process has been done. This is not the recruitment process. Recruitment process is different from selection process. Recruitment is the first part, and then selection is the second part. In the selection process, typically begins with the preliminary interview. Next, candidates complete the application for employment. So these types of way in which the recruiter are following in selection. But in recruitment, I am not now going to compare recruitment and then selection, but both are different concept. This is what I try to say. Recruitment is one part, selection is second part. Okay, this is the thing is there in human resource management. Typically begin with the little bit of the preliminary stage that they want to make an interview, and then next is the candidate complete application for the employment as far as that particular job is concerned. They progress through a series of selection tests, the employment interview, and reference and background checks. See, the selection process will always start from here itself, where it is the series of not in a overnight or not for a 1 hour or not for a 2 hour, it has to be done. It will take the series of tests, either it may be the numerical aptitude or it may be the what you call mathematical aptitude. These types of examination tests, and then everything should be conducted by the recruiter. The employment interview is also done, and also what type of reference has been given by that candidate to that organization also be very much important to be considered, because the reference is not strong. I don't think so the selection process is easy to that recruiter or to the organization. And also they check it out the background checks of that employee, whether this employee is having any police complaint or any such other issues, particularly while getting the selection process. The successful applicant receives a company physical examination and is employed if the results are satisfactory. So this comes appears at the end. The company must have the physical examination where it is employed. The result should be satisfactory. Then only it is possible to have the check it out the selection decision how it could be. Several external and then internal factors are to be considered here also in the selection process, which will impact the selection process. Obviously, that is the factors like internal and then external factors are to be considered in the selection process, which may give a little bit of positive and negative impact to the selection process, and the manager must take them into the account in making selections decisions. So this is what the point should be there by the human resource manager. This must be taken a major decision as part of the selection process, particularly excluding the factors like internal and then external. Typically, selection process consists of the following steps. There are many steps are there. I mentioned in my PPT, but it is not necessary that all organizations go through all these types of as per the requirements. of the organization, some steps can be skipped while performing the selection process. As I said earlier, all the organization or all the companies, particularly those who are from private sector or public sector, they may not went through all these steps because they may skip, because it will take a long process to make selection must be easier one, we should be get directly without having any process, but there is a little bit of process is there to make the selection to the candidates or to the employee. So either in this selection process, some factors may be skipped or some may not. Number one is initial screening. Number two is completion of the application form. Number three is employment test. Number four is job interview. Number five, conditional job offer. Number six is background investigations. Number seven is medical examination. And then last one is in the selection process, that is permanent job offer. So this is what this 8 steps has to be taken in the selection process. Let me make in detail of all these process, how it represents steps, how it represent as a component to make the selection process. First one is initial screening. The selection process often begins with an initial screening of applicants to remove individuals who obviously do not meet the position requirements. At this stage, a few straightforward questions are to be asked. An applicant may obviously be unqualified to fill the advertised position, but be well qualified to work in other open positions. This is what the initial screening should be done by a recruiter or by that human resource manager. The purpose of screening is to decrease the number of applications being considered for selection. This is what they offered in the first process of recruitment. They have received application. There is a scrutinizing of the selection process has to be done, particularly taken into account of the initial screening, because they must reduce the application by making whether it is that application is qualified to get to relevant job, or whether is having beyond that qualification to said job, that is going to be seen by that recruiter. The advertised position may be seen by that human resource manager in the view of the employee, that what type of qualification he is having to work in their open position. Open position means they must explore themselves by in the type of attitude, by the type of gratitude, also by the type of thinking, and then behavioral aspects. Altogether, all are considered here in the initial screening. The second one is completion of the application form. Here, while this is the second steps in selection process, whether that candidate is filled a proper application form or not has to be checked out here in this completion of the application form. This is the second step in the selection process. Application blank is a formal record of an individual's application for employment. The next step in the selection process may involve having the prospective employee complete an application for employment. This may be a brief as requiring only an applicant's name, address and telephone number. So if it is not there, I don't think so. The minimum, the common sense has to be maintained by employee. He must give name itself, a pakka full name has to be given in a capital letter, and then the permanent communication address is supposed to give, and then at the end telephone number is mandate nowadays. Nowadays they will ask the mail address, email address, they will also give by that employee to the organization. This is what they fill it out of that application form. In general terms, the application form gives a job performance related synopsis of that applicant's life, skills, and accomplishments, which will require in that profile that I said in the previous session in that curriculum vitae. Because that employee's job performance must include altogether of that life skills of applicants, and then what actually altogether is, and then skills accomplishment has to be filled in that application form. So these things should be followed in selection process. This is also one of the best steps in selection process. Number three is employment test. This is one of the finest steps in selection process. That is employment test. Personal testing is a valuable way to measure individual characteristics. Hundreds of tests have been developed to measure various dimensions of behavior. The test measures mental abilities, knowledge, physical abilities, personality, either it may be the life skills or it may be the soft skills itself, and then interest of that employee. Temperament has to be checked out of that employee, because if anything is going to be happened in the organization after getting selection, I don't think it is a small matter as far as the organization is concerned. And other attitudes of and behavior are to be considered here itself in the employment test. Evidence suggests that the use of test is becoming more prevalent for assessing an application or to the applicant. A qualification and then potential for success, that what you call a test are to be necessary, because without having a test, I don't think so that running easily that organization is very much important. As far as the level of effectiveness should be increased, then these tests must be conducted by that organization to that candidates. Tests are used more in the public sector than in the private sector, and in medium sized and also in the large companies than in all small companies. It is not a question that big companies must do the employment test and the small companies must do the employment test. Altogether, I will say that apparently it will appear that these tests are necessary both for small companies and also large, or you may call it as medium sized companies, because these types of test will give much importance by getting a skilled laborer or skilled candidate having the expertise by that candidate. He may do the work allotted by the organization according to the workforce. This is the third steps in selection process. And then fourth one is job interview. Job interview is the fourth step of that selection process. An interview is a goal oriented conversation in which the interviewer and applicant exchange information. The employment interview is especially significant because the applicants who reach this stage are considered to be the most promising candidates. Otherwise, without having a job interview, I don't think so that you are going to interact with each other. Basically, if the employer and then employee get interact in the first stage, then it is the concept of a good mannerism developed by that organization is also important. In regarding to the interview planning is essential to effective employment interviews. The physical location of the interview should be both pleasant and private, where is providing for a minimum of interruptions. The interview should be possesses a pleasant personality, empathy, and the ability to listen and communicate effectively. This is what that job interview has to be taken place by in the selection process, which is the best steps in selection process. Moving on to the next slide, which will also there are other four steps are there in the selection process. The fifth selection process is conditional job offer. So this is very much important as far as the companies and then organization are concerned, because conditional job offer means a tentative job offer that becomes a permanent after certain conditions are met by the employee. If the job applicant has passed each steps of the selection process so far, a conditional job is usually made. In the essence of the conditional job offer implies that if everything checks out, such a passing a certain medical, physical, or substance abuse test, the conditional nature of that job offer will be removed and offer the permanent one to that employee. He will the gone under the process of, I think there is a limited years is there, 1 year or 2 year, or may it's taken to 3 years. Up to that duration, the conditional job offer will continue after seeing the all the factors of that employee, particularly the factors of medical, physical, or substance abuse test. Then only he will clear, he will get the permanent offer by clearing of that probationary period. You may call it as the conditional period. So this is the fifth steps in selection process. Moving on to the sixth steps in selection process, that is background investigation. This is very much important, which should be a confidential one. We should not be give that hints to the employee by that particular organization. So what it is all about background investigation? Background investigation is intended to verify that information on the application form is correct and accurate. This step is used to check the accuracy of the application form through former employers and references. Verification of education and legal status to work, credit history, and criminal record are also made out. Personal reference checks may be provided additional insight into the information furnished by the applicant and allow verification of its accuracy. See, this is the background investigation. Say, for example, human resource manager will always follow these types of steps while doing the selection process, because application part at the end, if there is an accuracy is not maintained by that employee, then verification has to be started by that human resource manager by investing his background, that employee is where he is from, and then what is his background, where he is from, and then what actually he is doing in the past. The every sequence should be done in that selection process. This is the best method of selection process, wherein which a good employee has to be selected in that organization. The seventh steps in selection process is medical, or you may call it as a physical examination. After the decision has been made to extend a job offer, I said in the conditional job offer to permanent job offer, it may be the give a little bit of the medical and then physical examination altogether extended to that employee. The next phase of the selection process involves the completion of the medical and then physical examination. This is the step that under that employee gone under selection process. He must visit to the district government hospitals and then make contact with district surgeon. He may undergone various tests, particularly medical and then physical. Altogether, if he gone through all the process, if he succeed, then that certificate given by the district surgeon is supposed to be give to organization by that employee. Then only it is possible to have the clearance of the medical or physical examination from that employee. This is the best steps in of selection process. If any lacunas is there within the employee, if medical examination has not done, then if anything is there, then anything happened within that organization, then altogether the organization is only responsible to that employee, and then they must give answer if that examination of that medical and then physical has not done. This is also one best step in selection process. And the last, it is not, but it is not least, that is eighth one is a permanent job offer. This is also one best step in selection process. Individuals or candidate or employee who perform successfully in the preceding steps that I said earlier, all the seven, they passed through, are now considered eligible to receive the employment offer. The actual hiring decision should be made by the manager, that is human manager, in the department where the vacancies are exists. You see, this is how the process of selection has to be made out by that human resource manager, particularly in an organization or particularly in the companies. So, permanent job offer give then only if that employee passed a medical examination, and then what do you call a little bit of, he must gone through all the issues that I said previously. He must gone through the investigation of background, he must gone through interview, he must face the employment test, he must also do a complete fill it out of the application form is very much important. So at the end, that employee or that candidate or that individual are going to receive the permanent job offer, which is made out by that organization through human resource manager. So this is what very important steps in selection process. With this, dear students, I will stop here. This is a lengthy session that I have taken in my session. There are more than 20-25 minutes I have taken to discuss a small contents. This is an elaborate concept that I have taken, and then this chapter 4 is a big chapter according to session wise concern. So here I will stop here in this session. I will come up with new topic, and wait, in my last slide, yes, this is I forgotten. Yes, in my last slide I taken the source of reference for to collect all this study material, and also prepare the PPTs, and also prepare multi-choice questions according to the Department of College Education. I prepared all the what do you call assigned project that accordingly that I did. So this is also one type of what do you call lecturing. So anyhow, dear students, nothing to worry about the departmental issues. This is the session of selection process. What are the steps that we are followed? This is at the end in the last slide, obviously, which I taken the source of reference. With this, I will come up with a new topic in the new session. As for with this, bye for now. Thank you very much, my dear students.